Good morning. This is Stardust Global News. Today marks the 19th day of demonstrations across the country, demanding stronger digital privacy protections. Protesters are targeting the recently announced innovation Here to Hear, a global sound gathering system powered by AI-driven satellites. This system continuously records sounds in public places, feeding them into a massive data bank to empower AI automation systems for improved products. Protesters argue this new AI-driven satellite technology is a clear invasion of privacy.
Here in downtown San Francisco, you can see the thousands of people who have gathered for another protest. They are holding signs that read, "Protect our data" and "Privacy is freedom."
We want protection for our digital free zones. We want it now. We do not want our phones transmit our daily conversations to big data. We want our digital free coffee shops to survive.
We were born into a society where AI serves humanity. But in 2034, it feels like humanity is serving AI.
Good morning, Alex. I've read all your morning emails and completed 5 of your assignments for today. I'll be happy to assist you in anything else. You have an incoming message from Ben. You have a meeting with your manager in about 10 minutes from here. Would you like me to set an alarm?
Thanks, Jeff, for the reminder. Just set a reminder for 10 minutes so I could be right on time. Thank you.
Sure will.
All right, let's get into this meeting. A few minutes earlier. Oh, it's not working. Let's try on here.
Sorry, there's a system error in our company.
System error?
Or at least on your computer.
How do they want me to be in this meeting if I can't log in?
Sorry about the sudden change.
Jeff, are you going to help me? This isn't working.
Alex, I can reschedule your meeting with your manager for tomorrow instead of right
Jeff,
now.
like, what the like, help me, please. Like, this isn't working.
I'm sorry, but this
if
is
I get
not...
fired because of you,
I'm
gonna disconnect you. Like, what's going on? This is really pissing me off right now. I got better things to do right now.
I don't have the data to help you fix this.
So what, you're just gonna stay quiet now? You're not gonna help me out?
All I can do is reschedule.
Understand why we're in such a rush to replace all of the work that humans have done.
Wash my belly. I said wash my belly.
Alrighty, Ben. See you later.
Hey, Alex.
Oh, am I doing?
It's so weird seeing you in person. We're usually online.
I know, but due to the AI crash, I had to meet you in person. I hope you don't mind.
It's fine. I just wanted to have this meeting today due to our sales errors. I want to show you a quick little image. So our AI data collections are failing.
Oh, no.
Which means we have to cut payroll. So our AI is not collecting enough raw data, and we already have a small company, and I've cut the company in half last week. So
what do we do now, ma'am?
I have some options for you since I really don't want to let you go.
Just let me know the options. I do not want to get fired.
So your choices are keeping your same job, but going down to minimum wage.
Bullshit. Next option.
Your next option is going into AI-free coffee shops and collecting the raw human interaction data yourself.
Wait. So you want me to go to the coffee shop? Like what we drink? Coffee?
And I know your contract has a special clause that allows you to step into a leadership role. So that is your last option.
So I have to go to the coffee shop and manage and look at people enjoy.
I'm trying to give you all the options.
All the
okay,
options.
Alex.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
I'm just gonna let you sit with that information.
Well, I don't want to lose my job, so I guess I have to go to the coffee shop. Yeah, I guess we have a deal. What's up, man? What happened?
Oh, hey, Alex. You know, I don't talk to a lot of people here, but I've really been thinking about quitting because, just the job atmosphere is not very good, and it's honestly making me depressed a little bit.
Press.
Yeah, man. Like, you like sitting in front of an AI bot all day, having to tell you what to do?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Really looking like first person change around here, or a new job without AI.
Yeah, so I just had this meeting with the manager, and she gave me these couple of options. Honestly, I don't know what she was trying to say. I just got that we have to go to this coffee shop so I get this data on real life people, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't want to lose my job. Like, you want to leave. So I just agreed to it. I'm going to just go and see what's to do there.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Actually, that kind of sounds interesting.
Yeah. Honestly, man, just keep an open mind and just go with the flow. And let me just get done with everything with the coffee shop, and let's see from there.
All right. I think that's probably a good idea. Like, I'll keep you updated for sure, but I got to go now, but I'll see you tomorrow.
You keep at it, man.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
All right, Jeff, it's showtime.
Girl, can you believe my boyfriend forgot my birthday?
No way. Did he really?
Yes, he literally did. And I don't know what to do. Like, do I start an argument? Do I break up with this man? Or...
Just forget about him. If you forgot about your birthday, like, you can do way better.
Honestly, you're so right.
Can't believe he forgot your birthday.
Is that guy looking at you?
Whew, that was a close one. I almost got caught by those road people. Never catch my breath. All right, Jeff, show me the recordings of what they were saying and show me the video.
Yes, of course.
I don't know what to do. Like, do I start an argument? Do I break up with this man?
So, Jeff, I had a question. I'm wondering help me understand, why is she asking the real person for advice instead of an AI bot? Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
I'm sorry, I don't have the data in my system to give you the correct answer. I do not know why she asked another human.
So basically, I did this for no reason. I went there for no reason. I could have just
Yes.
gone to the gym for a pump.
Yes, correct.
But you made me go to a coffee shop. What is this? You're
It's
good for
not my
nothing.
fault. I don't have the data.
I need to find another way. What do I do now? I would not want to lose this job right now.
I have calculated that your blood pressure has went
Shut
up by
up.
2%.
Shut up, Jeff.
Now it has gone up by 5%.
Jeff, shut up.
It has now gone up by 10%.
Jeff,
Alex,
speak
please
when you're
watch.
spoken to.
Your blood pressure can cause you health issues. Please watch out and
Up. Man,
you cannot
disconnect.
harm me. Goodbye.
Need to start interacting with real people now. But I don't have friends. I do have Ben, though. Let's talk to Ben. Who's calling me right now? Let's call a manager who doesn't know what she's talking about. Hey, Jeff, see who's calling me? Oh, I forgot. I disconnected you. Oh, it's Ben. Hello? How you doing? Man, I was just thinking about you. What are you doing tonight? At like 8 p.m. Oh, you're off at 7? Let's meet at 8. What's up, man? Hi, man. Thanks for meeting at the bar tonight. Ain't no problem, man. No problem.
Always good to get a drink, you know.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But you know, I just wanted to tell you that nothing's really changed. So I'm thinking about quitting, actually.
Why? I thought everything was fine.
You know, just haven't really seen any change, and like, you know, AI is still just really making me lonely.
Yeah, I'll find a way for you, like a new way. We could think about it together. Yeah, instead of AI, we could find a way.
I have an idea.
Shut up, Jeff.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find something out. Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think?
Gotta brainstorm some ideas first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then maybe, you know, maybe I can help you brainstorm right now.
Yeah, I can
See what we can come up with.
Yeah, let's say what domino AI.
Yeah, I think we should.
Just two real minds.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we gotta like get creative.
We don't need no like AI for this.
Yeah, no, but
Robots, yeah.
yeah. I think let's get to work and see what we can come
I
up
have
with.
an idea.
Jeff, shut up.
Me?
Yeah, Tom to you. Shut up.
Goodbye.
Let's get to it. All right, man. I think after the discussion, I think we found something.
Yeah.
We should call it social hour. So we could like hang up posters and hang it up in the office. If you're free around lunchtime, we can meet.
Yeah, bro. I think that's a great idea, actually. Like, I've been wanting to interact with humans more. Like, I think this could really save our company, man.
Sure.
Did we just save it?
I think we did, man.
All right.
It's only one way to find out.
Yeah, let's put it to the test.
Let's put it to the test now.
Hey, bro. Thanks for motivating me to stay with the company. I really appreciate it.
No problem, man. That's the least I could do for you.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Hey, Lucy.
Hello.
And Andrew, Lucy.
Hello.
Thanks for meeting up with us today and also attending our social hour. Really appreciate you. So I know our last meeting didn't go as planned, but me and Ben have come up with the idea to help the company gather more data.
All right, so our social hours have brought great joy to the company. From these social hours, more human interaction has been taking place, and it's allowed our AI bots to gather more human data. We think that this will set our company apart from our competitors by offering more human interaction to our employees, just making them more joyful overall. And we think this is a great opportunity to see a massive increase for our company in sales.
Thank you for presenting. I think this is an amazing opportunity for our company. I think this idea is ready to implement into our AI database, and I'm excited to see how our sales do next quarter.
Thank you so much for this.
Like, hey, thanks for being a good role model throughout this process. No, I got you, man. I think we really saved the company. Yeah, sorry, man. Yo.
So Megan, thank you so much for being here, and so I look forward to hearing your insights.
Yeah, with this one, I was fascinated by the way the film opened with a story from the not too distant future about protests in San Francisco. I thought it was kind of captivating because it's so close to us. Because people in the news story wanted to retain the right to have AI-free coffee shops and not have their conversations recorded in public spaces. So it was interesting because nowadays, I thought, wow, that would really be not good, to have everything recorded. Then I thought, we're already recorded. We're already recorded on cameras, security cameras, traffic lights, individuals' cameras. So why wouldn't microphones or lip reading devices be as prevalent as well? Also, it was kind of ironic to see the protests, and probably appropriate in San Francisco because it's the current kind of epicenter of AI. So it was in the future, but it honestly kind of seemed realistic, that part of it. So I thought that was intriguing. Also, the interactions between Alex and his AI bot, Jeff, especially the moment when I watched Alex walk into the office, and he immediately received an update from Jeff. And I think this can happen today too. but maybe not with the hologram, about the tasks that Jeff had already finished for him today, emails that had been read and is scheduled for the day. And the futuristic scenario actually feels quite familiar because I feel like we're almost living it now. Maybe some are, most people aren't, but we're about to, even if that degree of automation isn't part of our daily lives. But what lingered,
including the system crashes, right?
Yeah, including the system crashes.
Even
and how frustrating
2034,
that is.
like doing the basic jobs sometimes become a challenge because you can't log in, the system is down.
Right.
So still the same problems that we are experiencing, and we did experience 20 years ago. So some things are here to stay, or there to stay, I guess.
That's true. It's almost like the rug's pulled out from under you, and you do have to go back to that old school kind of how do we connect human-wise, which I thought was really funny how they depicted that. But what lingered for me was how Jeff, although he was designed to be helpful as an AI bot, he often behaved more like a nag. And then the AI bot, Jeff, said, I don't have the data for that, when asked for an empathetic response, because Alex said, are you going to help me? You know, and he said, are you going to stay quiet now? And it really drove home the divide between that algorithmic assistance and the creativity, nuance, or empathy that a human mind can give that he wasn't getting from the AI bot. Another moment that resonated with me was how the film depicted human isolation caused by a reliance on digital devices. So when I saw Alex and Ben sharing the same physical space in that first time they were together, you know, they were all isolated, they were on break, they came and sat in the same table, but they with their backs to each other and they didn't even look at each other. And
it's lunchtime, they don't even eat lunch. So I don't know what kind of a script was there, but I think it was meaningful too. Like, you know, people gradually depriving themselves from lunch hours or even lunches and just sitting there. The only thing that was there was the phones.
Right.
So they were getting their feed from the phones in different ways, but the disconnection was, I think, was beautifully depicted.
It's a little ironic that you called it a feed at lunch, so I like that.
And the contrast, the irony there was, this is a company producing agents to help people get more socially connected, getting social data and all that, in an environment where employees barely connect.
Right.
The service that they provide
is something that they don't do.
Is something that they don't do.
Right.
And then once they start doing it, it became their job.
Right.
And that's what I mean by suboptimal solution. So is that the solution? Well, in that context, yeah. And because we see the adaptive, like, I need to keep my job, right?
Right.
Or I need to get out of this loneliness mode. So
Right.
the adaptation and then the solution that they came up with in that world would probably be creative. But looking at from today could be controversial because so now you are selling your own data or you are sacrificing your own data at the expense of, you know, your privacy as an employee, but they're happy. And by the way, in that world, everybody is happy because now they are more socialized. Their data is being stolen anyways, whether they are in the company or outside the company. So I mean, it's really amazing to see, you know, how human adaptation still comes out in a story that's futuristic and that's pretty real too at the same time.
Yes, yes, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
The transformational leadership theory from the first one, I saw Alex emerge as a transformational leader, and I thought it was interesting that he went in to talk to his boss, and it was this was kind of funny to me too. He talked to his boss, and when she says, like, we're going to cut some, you know, our company's not doing well, to cut some positions, he's like, yes, ma'am. And then she said, and the first option is minimum wage. He goes, that's bullshit. You know, and I just thought that kind of cracked me up because it was that formality, like, I know I need to rise to the occasion as a human, and then that instant reaction, like, that is so off the table, you know. And I thought that, you know, in a more polished AI world, you know, it's all one way we can talk or act, but in our humanity, you know, in our humanness, in our interactions, you have the fluctuations like that.
As a human condition also, like, I think it is represented beautifully. No matter what kind of technology we'll be jumping into, the human condition, I think our needs are so primal.
Yes.
I don't think they've ever changed in the past several thousands of years. So the same primal instinct, am I going to be able to keep my job, from minimum wage to leadership, and then or connecting with human beings?
Yeah.
And the need to adapt.
The need to adapt, and
We need to
even the
adapt.
new jobs that were created to research AI, you know, to, as you had mentioned earlier about, you know, taking the data from lucid dreaming, and that was a new job that people could do.
And in this film, the need to adapt for the company. Like the company now to survive, they are sending their employees to take digital free coffee shops to gather data, which probably is a very ethical question.
Yes,
quite ethically questionable step, and yet the company needs to survive too.
Right.
So the company needs to survive, the manager needs to survive, the employee needs to survive and does it to keep the job. And then you see this survival mode still is there, even if the technology is so up there, and then the world is completely, you know, developed technologically, but the human needs are still the same human needs.
Right. They are. AI doesn't have the need to survive, so that's the one thing in there that we didn't see, which
that is interesting.
You know,
you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Very human need.
Yeah.
I felt like Alex asked Ben what was going on. He created a pocket of psychological safety so that Ben felt comfortable opening up. And that conversation stuck with Alex, and he followed up later, you know, when he was sitting at the desk, pulled out his phone, is like, hey, Ben, man, I was just thinking about you. And it really reflected a genuine concern and continuity of care over time. And while that may be so normal for us, that is something like AI is not going to think about you in that interaction. That the other thing I really thought was kind of fun about that film was the idea for social hours, and because it's such an old school idea for humans to gather, right? Storytelling over time, but that now is the new idea.
It's reinventing the wheel.
It is.
And it made a lot of sense in that context.
It did,
and
it kind of gave
scared
people
me
a
a
sense
little
of
bit
calm.
also. Like, what's gonna take for us to get there?
Right.
To realize that, oh, social hour is such a great idea, right?
Yes. And then the manager says, I'm gonna put that in the AI database. So, yeah, put that idea in the AI database. So hopefully that can help other people connect later.
The bright side, though, what was really uplifting for me in that film was how easy for the lonely employee to get out of loneliness.
Yes.
It took a few genuine human connection, right, between two people who have known each other for a long time, but this employee just cannot stand it anymore.
Right.
Like it's completely overwhelmed,
Get me
like
outta
all the behaviors and everything. The great actor sitting there, beautifully portrayed loneliness. And then it completely dissipated in the bar scene as they start talking to each other again. It's
and
so
it had that
bright.
touch because they did that handshake twice. I really want to learn that and get good at that one day. But
so on the bright side, sometimes it can be so easy to get out of loneliness. On the dark side, though, I mean, are we stepping into a future where like there's going to be nobody? It's not just psychological; it's also sociological, organizational, so that people are going to be in dire needs of a hello to get out of their loneliness. I think these are some big questions that we need to keep in mind.
I think so, and I think that film highlighted that it could be something that is used to attract people to work for their organization. I also thought that Alex, you know, the three choices he was given, the third one was to like a special clause in his contract to become a leader or manager.
Yeah.
And so he didn't choose that one, but yet he ended up becoming that person with Ben.
Exactly.
So I thought that was a good twist.
Yeah. And that also showed one choice that was made in that film was usually we think transformational leaders as these top-down leaders coming to an organization with big ideas, turning everything around. Not in this case. The transformational leadership came from bottom up, from an employee who was gradually building a vision, getting alienated about the environment, reaching out to an employee, individualized concern, and then idealized influence, intellectual stimulation. Everything was there, and he emerged as a transformation leader, which might be another question that we might want to think. I mean, are transformation leaders going to come in the near future, not from top down, but from bottom up? Because top-down leadership is probably getting overused a little bit these days. I think everybody's questioning leadership in general. So we are now thinking about the new ways in which how people can emerge as leaders, which, by the way, guys, is great news for the young generation, because you will have the potential to step up for these leadership roles if you keep the authenticity and keep the transformational leadership aspects. Go ahead.
I was going to emphasize that as well. You know, taking classes like this at this point in your lives and your careers, and already exploring the importance of things that haven't hit us yet. Like you're coming in as the experts in these areas of human connection, because that's not owned by older people, that's not owned by more experienced people, that's owned by a blend of what we all bring to the workplace. And so don't underestimate the value of this as you move forward. Our organization is implementing a citywide Clifton Strengths thing where we understand and appreciate each other's unique strengths, and so we see each other as individuals, and we put people on teams and projects, according to what they naturally do good, and I think that, or naturally do well. I think that these kinds of things that you explore and how you interact with people, and the inspirational, the 4 I's of that transformational theory, having humility, admitting mistakes, sharing stories, those are things that are so natural to who we are as humans, and I think that you will be bringing really an incredible dimension to the workforce, because especially because all of you also had your super formative years during the pandemic. So you've experienced a period of hyper isolation that nobody else has in the workforce. And then you've emerged from that, and you've had to navigate your high schools and your colleges and asynchronous and how do we get people to connect and talk and learn to be conversational? Those are art forms, and they're just deeply embedded in our human needs. So I commend you on that.
And they're learned through experience.
Yes.
And you can't just educate people through the books on that. So you
cannot. That's true. It's experiential.
We've got a lot to learn from you guys, because we put you in that pandemic as the oldest civilization, and you've gone through that. But I think there's a bright side to it. I agree. And I think the fact that how these films are coming out since the pandemic, because even during the pandemic, the films, the quality, the depth of the stories have increased. No offense to the prior generation students. And I think for a reason, because I think we are having a generation, we are embracing a generation that is getting more self-reflective naturally.
Yes.
Because they have to.
That, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Nahir, and my question is, how do you think this is going to affect my generation when we grow up?
Wow, okay. It's too remote for me. Let's turn to the younger people. I don't know how it's going to affect the generation after you guys. All this, that's what we are going. That's an amazing question, by the way, that I never thought about before. We can barely make today, and a little bit about tomorrow, but you are asking the day after tomorrow. Any insights? Okay, yes, Anya?
Well, I think from what we were saying earlier as well, of the emotional intelligence starting to fade away, we might end up, hopefully not, but in a situation where AI is going to take over, and we're not going to have that intuition like that first team was exploring, and the younger generation is going to have to deal with a time of not really knowing what's actually real, not knowing what to believe, and not knowing how to trust our intuition, how to trust our gut to be able to, differentiate. Hopefully not. Hopefully maybe courses like this will keep some of that emotional intelligence alive, but a little worrisome, but very hopeful for your generation that you will be the voice of reason and you will be better than what we're heading towards.
That's very uplifting. Yes.
And I think one thing that's important to remember is that technology will change. It always has. That's not new. And when technology changes, some things will be more important and some things will be less important. But people and relationships will always be important. And as other things get more automated, then those are going to be relatively more important. So asking good questions, building relationships, valuing people, that will continue to be important.
These are so comforting. I'm so glad we got this question. And it makes sense. But here's the thing, though. We've got this technology now, and we are doing all sorts of things. It's like here's something fell on Earth, and we are looking at it, kind of fantasy. But by the time we are past this fascination stage, I think eventually we are going to regress, no matter how super intelligent that system is, to our needs. because our survival has created civilization. And we can do anything to maintain our civilization, right? So that survival instinct is probably going to, just like Facebook, you got all this technology and turned into a gossiping show-off economy. And first it started probably differently, but the human needs took over. Now actually I appreciate that happens, because some other needs again will humanize that super duper intellectual environment that's out there. But give me a break attitudes is gonna come from your generation. Not from us, we are just all dazzled. The next generation will do the heavy duty work to produce. It's gonna be a 1,000 inventions bloom periods. Some will survive, a lot of them will be swiped. But then those that will remain will depend on you guys, because you will be the consumers and producers and leaders of those systems and the economy. So in a way, it's also based on the decisions that you will make. So it's not going to just affect you. You will affect, I feel like I'm preaching a child. I usually don't do that, right? Okay, so let's get to the next question.
A question.
Question, yes, sure.
So how do you fight, not fight, but combat AI being authentic and just us using it for convenience? Because I'm kind of confused of how you can try to do both, because I feel like you're balancing one or the other.
Let me rephrase, because I might not have understood the question. So how can you be authentic and use AI at the same time?
Yes.
Okay. Any responses to that? How can be authentic and use AI at the same time? Are we giving up from our authenticity when we are working with AI support? Guys, these questions are so mind-boggling. Each question deserves probably a few hours of discussion. Yes?
I kind of want to address this a little bit, authenticity as well as like for future generations. I work in technology, so I'm confronted with AI all the time, especially in the context of teaching and learning, as well as for business, because we use it every day. I find myself thinking a lot about how future generations and all of us need to become even better critical thinkers, and actually hold ourselves to a higher level of emotional intelligence because we're using AI. So I think that that's going to be key. As we use these technologies in the future, as we stay authentic to ourselves, as we stay creative, to continually critically think, you have to remember that you are still, in some ways, the manager of AI, right? So AI is only as good as the inputs that you're providing it, as the thinking and the critical analysis that you're giving it, or that you're taking from it. So, yeah, I guess that's just how I think about it.
One quick answer I might have, not answer, but idea I might have is just this example of creating something, producing something AI generated and then reverse engineering it to bring your own voice. So I think at some point we will start developing some skills to fight with AI. We need to create some debate or some kind of tense relationship. That's where the authenticity comes out, right? Authenticity usually comes out when the differences emerge. That's what authentic means. You are different. So how are you going to maintain your difference? People usually get more authentic when they have attention, because then they have to reveal more. So I think we might start developing those skills and maybe even start teaching our students those skills, but we don't know yet what those skills are. It's pretty amazing. I'm surprised this evening has been quite calming for me, because I think we are carrying on some conversations that we don't have time to, or right now the capacity to carry on yet, because we are going through experiences. But the overall tone that came out from today's conversation was very serious questions, but the answers are not short and scary. And I think there's a lot to think, which means that we need to come together more in our society to talk about AI, not just do things with AI. Talk about AI and then make sense of it together, because collective sense making is one of the strongest capacities of civilization.